They're 2 months, 15 horses, all of them had died. The weather hot and hotter,
Yeah.
too rocky, no water. Nobody want when they realized that there's no gold, silver, and they knew that somewhere close by South America or Mexico City, there were a lot of like natural resources like gold, silver. See, they prefer to move, and they let. And we kept practicing rituals, spoke our language. So the way how we were conquered different. That's the main temple, but close by we have the cenote. Then we're gonna just use the jungle to walk back and see the other sunsets. Just let me show you before it gets crowded. The main cenote close by.
Dude, that's a lot bigger than I remember. Is that awesome?
I found the shrimp.
Oh my god.
That's stone, obsidian, super important obsidian for us. Why? We don't have them close by volcanoes. Volcanoes, we don't have them in Yucatan. So lava for obsidian lava, came from far away. Obsidian and also weapons. That stone for their tools, So they have to walk from here in order to get to South America, 2,000 kilometers one way, in order to obtain obsidian rocks. And then they were brought into Yucatan, and then they used to work in order to obtain or design tools or weapons. Use it to cut the stones, small blocks, and caves were used as stone quarries because Yucatan used to be under the water. See, a few million years ago, under the ground, the stone is still wet, easier cut them down. See, then the nature did the rest. See, it gets harder. Concrete. Remember that the first main ingredient to create concrete is limestone. Obviously, chemistry. They knew about that, They knew what else, There's a tree, rubber tree. The sap of that tree is special. It was like a chemical, See, to put more water as a firewood, the same tree. So that's why obsidian, super important, and for us in Yucatan, used to represent like money, and at the same time used to be considered like dangerous. Why? Because if you wanted, was able to design for your people weapons and conquer some of the other kingdoms, So that's why the ones who used to have or had the control of obsidian were not just richer, the most dangerous ones. And that's why there's a movie, Apocalypto, Mel Gibson's movie. Starts here, 3 months, just 6 minutes, shows Chichen Itza. See, and all of them, the Aztec warriors, taller, stronger ones, wearing obsidian weapons, the best ones. Close by.
I don't know if I saw that movie.
What is that?
Por favor, por favor.
This is the choza?
I'll turn off the AC. That's why we love these Maya hats, We call them palapas because of the palm leaves, and because of the weather, hot and hotter. We have just 2 seasons. Equinox is March 21st. Jaguar, it's a jaguar head.
Yeah, I heard
Really
it.
does roll like a jaguar. Mel Gibson had to study a lot, and he identified that Aztecas, the bad boys on his movie, in reality, they were the bad boys in Mexico because they had conquered us. Previously, this time his attack, they used to use them, they roll like little jaguar heads, roll like a jaguar. Jaguars, tigers, or lions, before they attack people, they roll. You get frozen, easier to then, as a tactics of war, attack you. And Mel Gibson, because Aztecas they did that, previously they stand and attack. See, and that's how that movie starts, showing us Chichen Itza and Aztecas, the tall guides, well armed, attacking against Mayans, shortest ones, and that's cenote. And the movie Apocalypto, if you have the chance, see, watch that movie, and you will see that used to be the cenote that they used it, in order to hide some of their patterns, because they're like caves, there's water.
Yeah.
If they wanted to spend a week, 2 weeks, you can survive. There's water at least,
Yeah,
And
cool.
hammocks. We set up hammocks, no beds. 2 reasons. Hot and hotter, hamacas in Espanol. The best instead of a bed, See, refreshing. You will have air everywhere. And there's something else. Because we're lives at the middle of nowhere. See? When weather change, March and September, we have then mosquitoes, tarantulas, scorpions. That's why outside we have then always like 4 or 5 iguanas.
The iguanas,
Natural.
it's
pest control.
Yeah.
If in case a tarantula visit you, you will be nighttime, a little farther to the ground. We have then inside 2 or 3 cats to help us patrolling and there's no problemas. But our tarantulas or scorpions are not so poisonous like in the ones in Australia, for instance. No, but they're ugly.
Big one.
See, so but that's why palapa.
What is
Perfect.
this?
Something important. See the color, green color. Mayas. When our people met the Españoles, and the Españoles were like wearing traveling with like a cross. Mayans used to observe, okay, they're like using something that our high priest used to use something similar, like a power stick. Why? Based on a tree that we call ceiba, evergreen tree. Those trees in Yucatan grows on top of caves. Caves, their roots dig down deeper than the other trees. They're searching for water. That's why it doesn't matter if we have a drought. See, Yucatan Peninsula, those trees will remain always green. Our legends mention that when somebody died, spirit never die. That's why you should have a tree, evergreen tree in your backyard, because will be used by the spirit to climb up. It's like a ladder, to get to the heavens, But also the roots used to be connected as subterranean world that we have a lot of interesting, not scary legends about caves. Water, it's available. If you walk through a cave, you will hear, first of all, underground rivers. Shh. See, supplying the cenotes. That's how Mayans were able to survive in Yucatan. See, they understood or discovered that 1, 2, 3 trees, evergreen trees, never stop growing. See, full of leaves all year round, different to the other ones. If you discover that there are 3 of them close each to another, means that there are more underground rivers. You just have to identify where the entrance, like a cave, is. That's how they were able to save their life, and they were able to develop Maya civilization, and that's why the rain god lives at the bottom of cenotes. And you know what? Looks like a small elephant. They were found in Yucatan, not just 1, 2, 3, more than 50 skeletons, large mammoths, from 9 to 10,000 years ago. It's clear. That was when the ice age started to melt in us, the ice started to see global warming. So some of those animals used to get to Yucatan. We call them pre-Mayas. They used to coexist 9 to 10,000 years ago with some of those animals, not large mammoths. Legends mention, we have a legend who mentioned that our ancestors thought we're all gonna die. On this point, there's no water. That's why Ma-Yan Ha, the place where there's no water. Ma-Yan means in Maya language, there's not. Just Ha means water. See, there's no, where is that place? Just in Yucatan, no rivers, no lakes. Ma-Yan Ha turning into Mayas. Now we know about that, So, and they used to observe some of those animals, large mammoth. When they used to get thirsty, large mammoth used to walk through a cave. They have another sense, and that's how our ancestors realized, okay, trees, then a cave, mammoth, That's why they used to connect. The rain god looks like a small elephant, and the buildings are gonna show it to you like an elephant trunk,
Yeah.
So you see, and they were found in, as I mentioned, like 50, and they're still exploring cenotes close to Tulum. And that tree, the Mayans used to use like a cross, who used to represent that tree, evergreen tree. That's why we painted with green color. That's why we welcomed the Españoles. When we met the Españoles, our ancestors, because they were wearing like a cross.
Yeah, the cross.
Their face features. An interesting legend mentioned that previously the Españoles, somebody who used to look like them, taller, long down hair, mustache, beard man, came and brought the knowledge. He used to be able to travel, in seconds, like teletransportation. Here, if you visit, for instance, Machu Picchu, Peru, they will mention exactly about the same tall guides, If you visit Aztecas in Mexico City, they will mention the same legend. See, that's why we welcome the Españoles. But when they used to show us Jesus Christ of the Holy Bible, and they told us that they were waiting for the same guy who came from the heavens. See, Mayans were the very first ones from Yucatan who used to detect then that they were just cheating then. You're also waiting for that guy. You're not that guy. So we welcome them too. But you know what Mayans did? Something very smart. No gold, no silver. That's why they came from, no? Españoles, when Mayans gave them, okay, there's no gold, silver. It's not edible. It's not drinkable. That's why you need it. When they gave them to them gold and silver, couple artifacts in between 2 Españoles, friends, they used to kill each to another.
Yeah.
Mayans realized, okay, they love more than anything else that little piece of nothing, See, because it's not edible. So Mayans from Yucatan started to invent legends about like 7 cities of gold, El Dorado, you know, far away, leave me alone, and it works.
Yeah.
That's why El Dorado, Walt Disney cartoon, shows the main stadium, the ball field, the roll of El Dorado, you know.
Yeah.
See, it's the one that appears on that
Yeah.
cartoon. Let's let
smart.
me take it to the cenote,
That's smart,
por favor.
Get those Spanish out of here.
Por favor, come this way, close by. Pictures if you want it, you know.
With all the masks.
Sí. Ven con talo. El tiempo que no te veo, güey, estabas en vacaciones, qué chingada. Te vas a presentar un álbum que yo tengo para la pirámide para. ¿Tú también tienes igual?
Oh,
A ver,
I almost froze.
muéstrame.
It's nice.
I want to see a jaguar.
Just because we know that there's no jaguars, because it's normal, I mean, it's an owl. Because there's no commission for us. We never buy here, but no. And there's like 2 prices. First price, it's Maya Rivera price. We know about Maya Rivera prices because we supply those places, you know.
Yeah.
Second price, it's more super different to the first one, you know.
Yeah.
See, because there's no commission for us. So, I mean, if you want to buy something, this is at least you're gonna be buying directly from the artist.
Yeah.
They just have to be from the outskirts towns, Maya descendants, to be able to be inside. They don't pay nothing. That's
Okay.
why, you know. And all what they offer to you should be associated with Chichen Itza. But there are weird things, you know, that you like Jesus Christ, Last Supper, I'm like Predator.
Yeah, Predator.
But we know why. At the right moment, I'll explain to you. Amigos, evidences of the roads that they were used in order to interconnect Mayan special like sections from Yucatan towns, you know. See, they have like highways. We call them sakabes, white path.
Succubus.
With no cord. And this is the cenote close by. Come on, let me show you.
Here you go, Kilo, your first cenote.
That's why evidences to put the water, fresh water. People who came from far away after 2-3 days that they were walking, obviously when they used to get here, they used to be thirsty, and a cenote used to be waiting to them. That cenote used to be used at least the water, but to drink, you know, they drink that water. Also, they used to blow up at the edge of that cenote like a sauna, steam bath, you know, to prepare their bodies. They stand to walk through that religious center. Obviously, it's not the best one because it's pure. I mean, it's just authentic. Nobody has like.